go live here. Let's make it Mike Meyers going live. And it's always a miracle question. Can you hear me meow? I think you can hear me meow just fine today. Hey, everybody, it's Mike Meyers. And welcome to the Wednesday edition of the Mike Meyers live stream of Ask Mike Anything. The still, for a little bit longer, goal of this live stream is to provide those of us who are isolated by the coronavirus, me, yeah, but what a cough, an opportunity to continue our studies on Comptia certification. So welcome aboard, everybody. And as always, it takes forever for people to jump on, so I always like to go slow at very first here while we get a few people to show up. Will Shaw. Hey, Will, I haven't seen you for a while, brother. Or I haven't given you a call out lately. Johnny 5, yeah. Johnny 5 is alive, not disassemble. Yeah, I'm still suffering from corona, guys. I've tested negative twice now, so I'm pretty sure I was negative yesterday, so I went to the dentist. And I was negative today, too, so I think I'm going to be okay. Zach, good God. Who is Zach Morrill? Does anybody know who that person is? Does he owe me money? All right, anyway. So we're going to take it slow today. Hopefully, I'll be back to a studio starting next Monday. Fingers crossed. This corona stinks, man. I did go to the dentist. Of course, now I'm in tremendous pain. Take care of your teeth, kid. It's the only set you get. Well, you get 2 sets, but the first one doesn't count. And anyway, so it's good to be on. So let's take a quick look what's happening. Delvis Soto. Hello, currently taking a Network Plus class. Welcome, Delvis. Always glad to have you, man. Oh, wait, now Will Shaw's asking a question about technology. Should I harass Mike with more retro questions to elicit his epic eye rolls? Got a wonky CD-ROM drive, now trying to get it to function in DOS 6.22. Really, Will? Really? All right, look, granted, working with old technology can be fun. A lot of fun, actually, if you get a chance to do it. So, like, for me, let me unplug this. So this is what I use for optical drives these days. So I've got it's just a 5 1/4 inch with a USB, it's a B connector. Yeah, B connector. And so on the rare occasions where I still need to use optical media, I plug this thing in. Most of my desktop systems still have optical media in them, mainly because it's hard for me to build a system without putting optical media in it. And I find myself using optical media multiple times a month, mainly from device drivers, CDs or DVDs that come in motherboard boxes. It's one place you really haven't seen thumb drives really kick in, where you think it would. Why wouldn't most motherboard systems today come with a little thumb drive in them? I've seen a couple, but not very many. So like a very nice high-end motherboard, even to this day, still usually comes with some type of optical media. Interesting point. It's all good. The Xerxes 78's here. Oh, good, man. Don Colleen Seraphim Perade. Hey, Mike, what about the upcoming 1101 and 1102? When and why this change? When the change started officially, the 1101, 1102 came out last April, so just over a month ago it's been out. Comptia really kind of snuck them out on everybody. No big deal. It's not the first time they've done this. This week I will have finished writing the new A+ book for the 1101 and 1102. But then it's going to take a couple of months for it to get printed, because we hand McGraw-Hill the finished first writes. They still have to do the page layout and the technical editing and the copy edit. And, yeah, it goes on and on and on, man. But then once that's out, we'll be very excited. We'll have that book out. Literally after this week, I'm going to shift gears and start prepping to shoot the videos for the new A+. So I'm pretty excited about that too. And yeah, this is I'm not even the author of the A+ book anymore, guys. I'm just a what do they call it? Series editor. Just one of the writers in there wrote write well and live, you know. So whatever. Andre has a bunch of DVD movies. I have a bunch of DVD movies too, Andre, but unfortunately between my Netflix and my Amazon and my Hulu, I can just get any of those shows. So I have in fact, this drive, it's hard for you you can't tell just by looking at it, but this drive is HD DVD, Blu-ray, CD, DVD. This thing does everything, and hopefully it'll stick around for 10 or 15 years, and as optical media fades or whatever comes in to replace it, who knows, you know, bio ports. You just plug your hard drive into your navel or something like that. But I'll have it in for a while. The Xerxes 78. I have a complaint about Windows 11 loaded computers. The TPM and or secure boot checks in with Microsoft making it difficult to switch to Linux. Windows is pushing proprietary. Xerxes, Windows has been pushing proprietary since the day they threw himem.sys into your your config.sys file back in the late 80s. They basically took over all your RAM. Now they're trying to take over your TPM. So Xerxes, I don't really understand what's going on here. This is interesting though. The TPM and or secure boot checks in with Microsoft, making it difficult to switch to Linux. Windows is pushing proprietary. I don't think that would be the TPM, but the secure boot would almost certainly be checking in with Microsoft. It's my understanding that pretty much all of the versions of Linux today support secure boot, but I've never, once I quit doing dual boot the moment virtual machines really started to be coming into their own. So the any type of multi-boot type of thing anymore, I just don't even do it. That's why I love my virtual machines. I just schlep up a virtual machine. I can boot into Windows and go into Linux, or on certain systems boot in Linux, go into Windows, whatever I want to do. All right. Austin Borderline, is the 1101 and 1102 basically the same stuff, just updated? Actually, Austin, what you ought to do is take a look. I'll go over to the www.comptia.org website, check out their website, and download the objectives. I'll easily show you guys objectives. Give me a second here. One moment, please. All right, so with the Comptia A+, there's two pages of objectives, and these objectives are important. Give me a minute. I did not set. This was just a backup studio until I was feeling healthy again, but I'm starting to get this thing kind of set up. Hang on. Alright, I think that'll work. Can we make it a little prettier than that, though, can't we? Give me just a second, kids. I got this. Alright, that's about as good as I'm going to be able to do it. Alright, so anyway, take a look at this real quick, if you would. Yeah, I think that's working. Okay, so what we're looking at right here, guys, are actual objectives. And so these are objectives that are actually printed by Comptia, and these go into a lot of detail. In fact, these are the exact same things that I use when I'm writing my training materials. This is all public information now. Anybody can download this from Comptia anytime they want now. Information about Windows 11, basically. Windows 11 is an important thing to talk about for the new exam, because in particular, Comptia just said, here, I'll read it to you. Versions of Microsoft Windows that are not end of mainstream support, as determined by Microsoft, up to and including Windows 11, are intended content on the certification. So for the new A+, they talk about Windows 11, and my new book certainly covers Windows 11 a lot. So it's only going to be Windows 10 and Windows 11. As such, objectives in which a specific version of Windows is not indicated in the main objective can be included content related to Windows 10 and Windows 11. So in other words, if you go through the objective list and they don't straight up say Windows 10, it could be Windows 10 and 11. And to be honest with you guys, I don't know what you've played with Windows 11, but in terms of interface, other than the initial new desktop, I find Windows 11 to be very similar to Windows 10. And in particular, like installing an operating system. The steps to install Windows 10 or Windows 11 are identical. Or the different versions of Windows, or different editions of Windows. Windows 10 and Windows 11 have the exact same ones. So that's just one example. But anyway, you should look at these objectives. They are a really convenient way to get a good understanding of what's in there. I use these objectives to help write books and shoot videos. So they're very, very important. And I'm just going to keep coughing for a while, so sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I am feeling, I'm feeling, I don't have any fever or anything. I feel pretty good. I'm just ready to get out of the house, man. I am stir crazy. I don't want to call it prison because I have delicious food and nice air conditioning and I have all kinds of entertainment, but it is, I need to get out of the house. All right, so what do we got going on here? So, guys, we do start here at 2 o'clock Central Daylight Time here in Houston, Texas, and we run till about 3 o'clock or until the questions run out, whichever comes first. And also do keep in mind, just because you are nice enough to show up, we are offering a combination of a ebook and practice questions. Remember, I always tell everybody, in order to pass anything, you need instruction, which will be videos or an instructor-led. You're going to need reference, which is usually going to be a book, and then you need some way to test yourself, which usually should manifest as practice questions. So just because you're nice enough to show up, I'm offering a combination of ebook and practice questions. We call our practice questions here at Total Seminars, we call them the Total Tester. But it's just the practice questions. Anyway, so let's say you want to study Network Plus. All you have to do is head over to www.totalsem.com, TOTALSEM.com. Just head on over there, head over to our merchant area, and grab the Network Plus ebook. Not the paper book, the ebook. Grab the ebook, and then grab the Total Tester Network Plus questions, and just put those in your cart. And then just before you check out, use the phrase... Oh, Dave, where is it? Glasses, as in Mike Meyers wears glasses. Just type the phrase glasses in and you get 50% off. Guys, I'm already about the cheapest out there. So with this deal, it's absolutely insane. So take advantage of that, please. We're also going to be giving away some practice questions today as well, too. Peter Hunt. Just like to see all these great names. David Zientra. Actually, optical media has held pretty well through the years. Sorry, all I can do today is cough, guys. Hey, Mike, I just bought a new B450 Gaming Plus Max. Guys, someone's about to knock on my door. Guys, give me 30 seconds, all right? Countdown, 30 seconds. Hey, how's it going, man? Good. Listen, I am in a big nationwide live stream right now. Just come on in. You're here to look at the sim, right? Yeah, nothing to get you. I'm worried that the purchase school system. All right. So my name's Mike. Just yeah, you can hear me, man. All right. All right. I got 1,000 people wondering where I'm at. Oh, good. And he's back. Sorry about that, folks. I have a naughty kitchen sink that needs a little work, and I've got a great plumber here who's going to be checking it out. So sorry about the little bit of a delay there. All right, let's get back onto things here. So a couple of things, you know, the idea here to ask me questions is just, I'm out of breath. Corona. Pizzas. Yeah, all right. What the heck was I about to talk about? Oh, so, you know, the way to ask me questions here, guys, is just type them into the chat window. If you're shy, you can send them to me indirectly. I can't breathe. Corona. I'm kidding. So you can, my website is www.totalsem.com. You can email me either at my work address, which is michaelm@totalsem.com, or desweds@protonmail.com. Usually the Total Sem is better, but feel free to contact me either way. Always glad to have questions from you guys. Also keep in mind we have a Discord channel. Well, I don't have a Discord channel. My good buddy Siegfried Vanderwee has a Discord channel. The unofficial Mike Meyers Discord channel. I like to show up for it every now and then. Please check it out. It's there's a link right there in the chat, and come on over and say hello. It's a pretty active place, and the nice part is you know, honestly, there's a lot of good text on there, and I'm very excited about the way it continues to grow. So if you're not a member of the Discord channel, for crying out loud, get on there. It's always a great place to be. Ann McGee, hey Ann, I passed the Network Plus, watching your videos, they're great. Thinking of you doing Security Plus, excellent. So, Ann, well, first of all, congratulations on passing Network Plus. Well done to you. But the first thing I'm going to tell you about Security Plus is remember that Security Plus is kind of like a survey of IT security. It just touches on a lot of topics. So when you're looking at Security Plus, don't really think of it as a course. Think of it as like 13 courses that are broken up in this one umbrella called Security Plus. That's really helps in terms of how you look at it. If you're going to be using my Security Plus book, you know, we definitely try to create a timeline in there that makes sense to people. But even for me, sometimes it's just hard to shift from cryptography to change management or whatever it might be. So the secret, and more than anything else, is treat Security Plus as a bunch of little courses, not just one big one. And I think you'll find yourself doing a lot better. And congratulations again on passing Network Plus. Ugh, cough, cough. Don. So, Don, I want to talk to you for a minute here. Don Odinga. So, Don Odinga, you have got something very wrong with your email. So, Don, can you please do me a favor, and at your earliest convenience, check your email, because you're spamming the bejeezers out of me, dude, and I need you to stop. So, Don, check your email. I don't have the email address right in front of me, but I'll check it out. But anyway, he had a question. Where'd it go? Oh, that's right. Johnny5 had asked, sorry, I wanted Peter Hunt. Hello. Johnny5, here we go. Hey, Mike, I just bought a new B450. You bought a new B450 gaming plus? B450 is the name of a very old chipset, man. Oh, never mind. Okay, it's the AMD chipset. I forgot about it. Okay. Took it apart and put it back together, studying your A+ Core. And now I'm studying Core 2 and loving it. Great. Johnny, that's fine. That's all about, man. Always have fun. Savage Cabbage is here. Oh, come on. I wasn't gone 30 seconds. I can't believe you guys are giving me trouble because I was more than 30 seconds out. Toluit. Thank the Lord above, Mike is wearing pants. I'm pretty much always wearing pants these days. Austin Bordelon. I work at a bank in IT and we still have to burn DVDs. Now, guys, look, optical media is still here. It's just not as common as it used to be. That's all I'm saying. It must be me. Is there any easy way to identify parts of a motherboard? I'm disassembling old PC, but things look different from PC to PC. But do they really look that different? Are your RAM slots that different? Or is your hard disk interfaces, you know, maybe, is it really old? Does it still have old PATA interfaces? There could be some differences there. But for me, a lot of times, I don't have a motherboard sitting right here. I wish I did. But for me, a lot of times, the differences are what makes it more alike than anything else. This is Mike. How may I help you?
Hey, Mike, Carol Whitley, Wells Fargo Advisors. How are you?
Carol, I am literally on my live stream. Hey, folks, it's my banker from Wells Fargo. Carol, say hello to 1,000 people on a live stream nationwide. Here, say hi.
Hi.
Okay, I got to let you go. Well, I'll talk to you again soon. Hey,
Bye bye.
bye. I'm afraid, guys, I literally, even though I'm talking to you, I've got so much going on in my life that I'm terrified to not answer the phone anymore. Sorry, guys. All right. So there is no easy way to identify parts of the motherboard. Honestly, you could give me like 4 different motherboards, starting like an old Visa VL Bus 486 system, first generation Pentium, third generation, or even a first generation i7. Maybe I'd put one more, maybe 5 motherboards, and then a later generation, like an AMD. And I think with those 5 motherboards, you could look at the last 20 years of motherboard development and recognize and cross-pollinate all the parts on it. So one of the things I used to love to do when I would do competitions is all the kids, they would have a table where they had to identify different cards and motherboards and cables and all that. And I would do the same competition as them, but I did it blindfolded. You try to tell the difference between DDR3 and DDR4 blindfolded. It's tricky. Yeah, I've been eating way too much pizza again too, guys. I gotta get back out there. I'm doing it. Johnny 5 217. When using WPA2 Enterprise, how do you find the Radius server ID? How do you find the IP address for the Radius server? Well, I'm assuming you installed it, right? So if you install a Radius server, you set up its IP address and everything. So that's really all you have to do. I mean, that's one nice thing about. Let me die. Hang on. He's okay. So, you know the IP address for the Radius server because you probably installed the Radius server. If you didn't install the Radius server, then you need to talk to whoever did and get that IP address from them. Gibson, what's the update on Comptia vouchers? There currently is no update right now. We are working hard with Comptia. There's going to be a very major announcement here in not quite 2 weeks, about 10 days from now. I'll be at the RSA conference in San Francisco, and we'll have got some big news about all kinds of stuff like that. Kathleen Stevens, hello, good day. Hello, Kathleen. Spuds Keep, am I the only one who gets so screwed with subnets? No, Spudsnet. The trick about subnets on Comptia certification in particular. Let's see. Maybe if I talk a little bit lighter. The thing about subnets is that there's only a few kinds of questions that Comptia asks on these tests. So instead of like worrying about everything there is to know about subnets, basically what you do is that you start with some subnet and then you break it down. So I have 4 subnets of at least this number of systems. Or if I break it down, how many subnets, each subnet has to support this number of systems. How many subnets can I make? And that's really what most of the questions are. They're pretty simple questions. So Dave has already put a link in the chat window at 2:20. And Spudskeep, please watch those videos, because basically all we do is go over every type of subnetting question you're going to run into on a Comptia exam. And we do it like 4 or 5 different ways. So you can keep repeating the same process over and over again. Honestly, a couple hours of work and you'll never worry about subnets again. Not ever again. Don, you have no clue about that. Don, check your email, brother. Check your outgoing email, Don. That's the important thing. Total with DDR3 has a stronger taste. I'm not touching any more of these DDR statements. Okay, Alex underscore. Good to see you, Alex underscore. Hey, Mike, I'm going to college soon. Good. And I'm still undecided on my major. Do the Comptia core, or is it BS in computer science? Does the Comptia core certs overlap with a BS in computer science? Not at all. A BS in computer science is pretty much a programming degree. And programming is a great thing, and especially, some of the low-end programming stuff you get to do for a bachelor's degree in computer science is something to consider. Also, there's other types of computer science like MIS and stuff like that that aren't quite so technical. But if you're going to be going to school and you want to really be working with systems, I would toy with the idea of a double E. It's a challenging degree, but you'll find yourself turning to it more than anything else. But something to consider. Also, I got to tell you, just having a computer science degree, even if you never intend to really write code once you graduate, it's definitely an entree into getting into the world of IT management more than anything else. And it's a good thing to do. I recommend it. You're doing all right. Steady as shark. What has happened with vouchers? Comptia is not letting us give away vouchers right now. It was Comptia who was doing this, and we're working with Comptia very closely, but it's going to take about 10 more days. I can't say much more, folks. I know I've been teasing about this literally for 4 months now, 3 months, but I'm going to tell you it's big, okay? So, it's very big. It must be. You can buy vouchers from Total Seminars, absolutely. All that we're talking about is that we were giving them away here for a couple of months, and we've lost that deal with Comptia. So, yeah, you're going to have to buy vouchers, and feel free to buy them from Total Seminars. Glad we'll buy them. We'll sell them to you. Will Shaw, Double E. I love Double E. I took a number of Double E courses in college and enjoyed it very much. All right. So it's already 2:30. Goodness sakes. Let's go ahead and have a quick competition, guys. Okay, here we go. So we're about to have a competition. What's going to happen here is I'm going to yell out a question, and whoever answers the question to my satisfaction the best is going to win 90-day access to whatever practice questions they want from Total Seminars, and we've got tons of them. So So if you're going to compete, compete. If you're going to compete and then say you don't want the prize, let's say that again. Some people just like to compete, and we have lots of regulars on here, and I love having you guys. But then you'll compete, and then you don't really want to have the prize. You just want to compete. All I'm asking you to do, if you want to compete but you don't want the prize, just type PASS, P-A-S-S, after your answer, okay? Otherwise, everybody's welcome aboard. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's do a practice question. What will we do that's fun? Sorry, I didn't have a question ready, guys. I'm going to queue one up real quick. Oh, and by the way, don't get corona, man. I don't even have corona anymore. I've been testing negative, but I still cough. All right. Give me a second, guys. All right. So we were talking about radius servers earlier. Radius servers are used for all kinds of stuff, not just for wireless enterprise authentication. But whenever you do use radius, in whatever solution you want to use it, and for the record, right now, wireless networks probably the most common use of radius networks. They have port numbers. What are the 2 default port numbers for Radius TCP UDP? I need to know. I want 2 port numbers from you. What are the port numbers for a Radius protocol? All right, so just got to type them in the chat window, folks. Oops. Will, man, you coughed for 2 weeks past Corona? Come on, folks, type in some answers here. Yes, Don, I think somebody hacked your email, brother. Yeah, change your password. Andre's exactly right. All right, we got some answers coming in. Oh, I forgot about that one. All right, so this is a classic where I could have answered it a little bit better. But I think the answer, I'm going to give it to my friend Kathleen Stevens. Kathleen Stevens, you typed in 1812 and 1813. That's what I was looking for. There are other port numbers, but I'm going to go with these 2 because that's what I was looking to do. Kathleen, congratulations to you. You have won 90-day free access to the practice questions of your choice. Now, Kathleen, in order to get your prize, you have to jump through a couple of hoops. Number 1, you have to send an email to my buddy Dave Rush. That's DaveR@Total7.com. In that email, Kathleen, put in your YouTube name. So your YouTube name is, where'd it go? Kathleen Stevens. Just put it in the email. Next, put your email address. Put it in the body of the email. But Mike, I'm sending you an email. Just use the return email. It doesn't seem to work that way. We've learned the hard way. You have to put your email address in the body of the email. And then number 3, let us know which exam you want. And do keep in mind, Kathleen, that it's just as Dave Rush does this, and he's only one man. He's only one man. And so give him up to a couple of weeks, although he tends to do it very, very quickly and works hard to do that. So congratulations to you, Kathleen. Well done. And also do keep in mind your instructions are also posted in the channel itself. So, oh, come on, don't tell me, guys. You guys are telling me about this cough that keeps hanging on. You get that little wheeze at the end. Whee! And this is my last Gatorade. I'm in trouble. I'm going to have to be reduced to drinking water. Or whiskey. Or what else starts with the word letter W? Wine. There we go. All right, so well, it looks like questions are a little bit slow today. It's not a problem. Yeah, I need some cough drops too, Zersic. You're absolutely right. Take a not toddy mic. Hot toddy? A hot toddy, I'll drink one of those. I like my hot toddies without much toddy, just the whiskey. Vodka. All right. All right, guys. Well, before I cough, drive you guys absolutely nuts, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up for the day. Don't forget to join our Discord channel, especially immediately after a talk. We tend to jump in there. A lot of people will have on their cameras and headsets, so we can actually all talk to each other. Absolutely love to have you there. Remember that on Friday, Dave Rush is going to be on with his Dave Rush Ask Mike Anything, D-R-A-M-A, drama. And Dave does an amazing job with Raspberry Pis. Now, you think to yourself, I don't want to talk about Raspberry Pis. Well, Dave concentrates on using Raspberry Pis as extremely low-cost alternatives to larger systems to learn a lot about Comptia certifications. And if you're interested in doing it the inexpensive way without losing functionality, please check out Dave's channel. It's right here at the Total Seminars channel. It's the same time, 2 o'clock Central Daylight Time. And he is on Fridays. But other than that, I'm going to go ahead and take off and go cough someplace else and talk to my plumber. So I'm going to have to let you guys go. I will see you guys on Monday, and I hope to see you with a lot less coughs. Until then, this is your Uncle Mikey saying bye-bye. Bye-bye.